Reef Catchments has been working with stakeholders to improve wetlands and streams within the Mackay Whitsunday region. 2 priority sub-catchments have been identified: Kumala's Rocky Dam Creek and the Gregory River just north of Proserpine. Both of these catchments flow into nationally significant wetlands. The catchments include endangered floodplain ecosystems, estuarine wetlands and tea tree forests. They are as biodiverse as they are picturesque.
Proudly, with the conjunction of Reef Catchments, we've worked on moving more stock off the wetlands, out of the waterways where they water and such, and getting them back more into savanna type country and watering out there. Water tanks and around about 22 or 23 new watering troughs. But it's become a wonderful nursery for young fish, and I think this acts as a large lung to put a better product onto the reef, and I would like to think that Tedlands really contributes to that.
Tedlands is a 450 hectare lowland wetland complex in the Rocky Dam Creek catchment, and had about a 1.5 metre causeway which was acting as a fish barrier. So a rock ramp fishway was designed and constructed on that barrier to remediate it and allow important fish migrations upstream into the wetland nursery habitat. Fish monitoring at the site was extremely successful and showed the fishway was facilitating connection for really small fish, meaning they're very important for mediating freshwater environments, for keeping things like pest fish at bay and building resilience in freshwater ecosystems.
The fishways, for me, it's been quite interesting because even though they don't actually add a big financial benefit to us, it does give us a pretty good feeling, you know, for doing our part. We've currently got some of the best breeding grounds for young barramundi in the area, and I think, you know, the long-term effects of that, we're just making sure it's sustainable for the years to come.
So feral pigs within the Serena catchment area have a devastating effect in our natural areas, so on our wetlands, mangroves, estuarine creek banks, but then also in your agricultural areas. The project within the Rocky Dam Creek catchment has been going since 2008. Over the years, we've been lucky to receive some support through Reef Catchments and other stakeholders, as well as input from our landholders. So that's been really important in getting the annual feral pig shoot going every year. I think more importantly that the landholders have noticed a decrease in damage to their crops and environmental areas such as your wetlands and mangroves, but it's certainly making a big difference within our catchment area.
We've found Reef Catchments very, very good to work with, and very supportive. A lot of people don't understand, but a good farmer has to really care for his land and his environment, and we're fortunate to have this wonderful place and assist in that program.
Working with Reef Catchments has given us the ability to fast track projects. A lot of these things we had on the radar, we needed to do, but if you got financial restraints, you just can't afford to do everything. You know, we all want to do things the right way, but you know, it's hard to be green when you're in the red, and you know, that little bit extra help at times goes a long way to making projects such as the ones we're doing affordable.
Within the Marklands wetland complex, also on the Rocky Dam Creek catchment, the wetland there is ephemeral in nature and often dries out completely. So some work was done to install some refuge pool, and it's been extremely successful. Recent electrofishing monitoring of the refuge pools recorded 76 barramundi between 150 and 250 millimetres long.
So like I say, we do have a pretty good balance of productivity and biodiversity here. I think this property is very, very unique in the surroundings that we are. You know, realistically, there's probably only a handful of properties in Australia that have the biodiversity matched with the production that we do have here. For me, it's about making sure, you know, as custodians of land, that we're going to hand over the property in a better position than it was handed to me. You know, I've got 4 young girls, and I think it's my obligation to make sure that the property's left pristine and the highest production and biodiversity possible.